Third conditional. Third conditional talks about the past. We no longer talk about future events here as what we did with first and second conditionals. We also use third conditional when we talk about events that have no possibility of coming true since it had already happened. It is as simple as, we can't change what has been done. There are still two clauses when we make a third conditional sentence. We have the if clause and the result clause. For our if clause, we use the pattern if plus past perfect. For our result clause, we follow the pattern would plus have plus the verb in past participle. Example: if he had been contented with his job, he would have stayed. But this is impossible since he had already resigned. Our if clause here is, if he had been contented with his job. It follows the pattern if plus past perfect, had been contented. Our result clause is, he would have stayed. It follows the pattern would plus have plus past participle, would have stayed. Another example: if I had seen her, I would have told her to call you. The if clause here is, if I had seen her. I would have told her to call you is our result clause. The next one: if I had studied, I would have passed the test. If I had studied is our if clause. I would have passed the test is our result clause. If Lucy hadn't moved to another city, we would have been friends. If Lucy hadn't moved to another city is our if clause. We would have been friends is the result clause. These events are all impossible since we already have the result and we can change it anymore. For our exercise, correct the given sentences and make third conditional sentences. The first one: if Andrew hadn't lied, his girlfriend wouldn't have break up with him. The answer is, if Andrew hadn't lied, his girlfriend wouldn't have broken up with him. The if clause here is in present perfect. We need to change it into past perfect. If Andrew hadn't lied. The result clause, his girlfriend would have break up with him, is wrong, because after the auxiliary verb have, the main verb break up should be in past participle. His girlfriend wouldn't have broken up with him. The second one: if I had come home early, Mom would have slept early too. The answer is, if I had come home early, Mom would have slept early too. The if clause, if I had come home early, and the result clause, Mom would have slept early too, are already correct, so we do not need to change it anymore. The third one: if Rose hadn't cut her hair, she will look better. The correct answer is, if Rose hadn't cut her hair, she would have looked better. If Rose hadn't cut her hair is in the present perfect. We need to change it into the past perfect. If Rose hadn't cut her hair. The result clause, she will look better, is in the future simple. We need to change it into the pattern would plus have plus the past participle. She would have looked better. The fourth one: if I woke up a bit late, I would miss the biggest game of the year. The answer is, If I had woken up a bit late, I would have missed the biggest game of the year. The if clause "if I woke up a bit late" is in the past simple. We need to change it into past perfect. If I had woken up a bit late. The given result clause doesn't follow the pattern would plus have plus missed. The last one, if you didn't tell him, he won't have been angry. The answer is, if you hadn't told him, he wouldn't have been angry. The if clause "if you didn't tell him" is in the past simple. We need to change it into past perfect. If you hadn't told him. The result clause used the contraction will not. This is wrong since we need to use would. He wouldn't have been angry. Did you get him right?